Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Badass Business Builders. I am your host and the founder of this group, Joella Odorino. Today's topic, the number one reason that causes entrepreneurs frustration, overwhelm, and confusion. You know, when I speak with potential new clients, I always ask them, why do they want to build a business? Why would they sacrifice their life, savings, and time to this insurmountable task? And most of the time I hear, because I want to have financial freedom and I want more control of my life. I know this sounds harmless, right? Doesn't it? But the vagueness of this reply is actually the trap that keeps them in the cycle of frustration, overwhelm, and confusion. What I've noticed is that most successful entrepreneurs, the ones that are living their ideal life, that have work-life balance and abundance of money and time to have fun, they all start with this one thing. This one thing takes the pressure off so that you're not constantly grinding unless you want to, and allows the space and time to architect a business on your own terms. This one thing that I'm going to share with you today provides the desired target so that you can map out a plan accordingly to accomplish that. And this one thing is the safeguard to frustration, overwhelm, and confusion. So are you ready for this nugget? Well, here it is, folks. What separates the happy, inspired, and successful entrepreneurs that have a life filled with abundance and joy is that they are building a business based on a life they want, not based on the money they need. Perhaps you were expecting something just a little grander here, hey? But the God honest truth is, not everyone needs millions of dollars to have financial freedom and more control of their life. No, this is actually very specific to you. Are you looking to be at the level of Jeff Bezos? Or are you looking to be at the level of the guy who owns the gas station down the block? Both are living an abundant life. One with more demands, headaches, and time constraints than the other, of course. And quite frankly, happiness is not all about the money, but rather knowing the life you want to live and create, and then mapping out a plan to architect the life powered by your business. This means that you need to get super clear on your needs, like your monthly expenses, the type of savings you want, the size of your investment account, how much you would like to donate to charities, how much you need to save in order to send your kids to the best schools, and so on and so forth. So getting clear on all of your expenses that your business income needs to cover, which will give you that financial freedom that you desire, yes, that is part of step one. However, it also requires that you get clear on how you want to live your life, like how many hours a week would you ideally like to work? Or how much time you would like to spend with your family? How much time would you like to travel and what would you like to experience? How happy you want to feel and what your impact looks like through your product or service. The real question is how to stay in a place of joy and expansion, not feel overwhelmed and shackled. What does that look like for you? For example, if your dream is to be a multimillionaire running a company with 100 people, well, there's a plan to accomplishing that. Now, compare this idea to a solopreneur who wants to work 20 hours a week, travel the world, and generate $40,000 in passive monthly income. Clearly, this would require a totally different plan and overall exertion of energy over time, right? You see, the problem is we've all been trained that we have to work hard so that we can generate the money in order to live the dream that our society and social media feeds us as the ideal. But I'm here to tell you that working hard is not a requirement to hitting your specific financial and life goals. No, working hard and long hours and slaving your life away is not the answer. This is an old model. We're actually living in an old life model that was influenced by the industrial age. We have outgrown this model. And the truth is, when we use the powerful tools of technology that are available to us today, we can architect processes and systems that do just about anything and everything within our business. Automating a good portion of our workload results in more time for us. Or just having systems knowing when to do specific things, that alleviates a lot of confusion. In order to avoid the trap of hard work, we also must honor the fact that we live in two worlds. We live in our outer world and our inner world. Hence the reason to get clear on all of the expenses we need to cover in order to maintain financial freedom, our outer world, while really getting clear on what our ideal life looks like, how we spend time with our friends and family, what makes us happy, what emotional state we want to live in, our inner world. If we want our dream life, tapping into our inner world, getting clear on what we truly want, is part of the first step. You see, the clarity is the magic that sparks the power within you. And once you have clarity, you now have focus and can design a plan to fulfill that focus. It's easier to make decisions on how you spend your time because you know where you're headed. It's easier to say no to spending frivolously because you know where to spend your money to accomplish that focus. It's easier to say no to events, conventions, products, trainings, all the things that take up our time because you know where you're going. And because you know where you're going, it's now easier to outline a plan to get there. You know, what I find interesting is that many people don't even know what they truly want in their life. They are just going through their motions every single day because that's what their parents told them they were supposed to do. Or that's what their friends are doing. Or that's what our social media or our media is telling us to do. We must bring consciousness to our life and work, or else we're destined to run the hamster wheel, which means ongoing frustration, always feeling like there's something else to do, and not being efficient with how we expend our time. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. What separates the happy people, making the happy money, living a life filled with joy and fulfillment is that they covet those 24 hours and they use that time only to accomplish their dream. The other interesting thing here is once you are clear and are doing the aligned actions, all of a sudden you become a magnet for more of the good stuff. It's the law of attraction. It's the principles of quantum physics. It's all in your favor. Clarity is the magic that sparks the power within you, that magnetizes your success to you. It brings it to you. Literally, it brings it to you. Without clarity, all you're left with is confusion. Think about that. The good news is, this is a foundation of building a business that I help entrepreneurs with all of the time. Clarity about your future life is the only way to set out and build a business that powers your dream. Not the other way around, guys. So if you would like to work with me and get more clarity about your future life, you know, some people need hand-holding, some people need coaching and accountability. I am here to serve you. And I encourage you to please reach out. Well, that's it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I just want to thank you again for tuning in to Badass Business Builders. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.